Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're discussing the gruesome killing spree of the Big Apple's very own Jack the Ripper. Can this menace to society be stopped? His bloody spider web of murder has painted the town red, and police still have no clue who he is. Eddie Brock has been cleared of the murders, although he remains a prime suspect in the disappearance of Mary Jane. Our very own journalist Peter Parker has been on the case of the wanted serial killer who has brought carnage in New York. Who would like to go first to share your thoughts on this psychopath?
Hello, JJ. It's an honor to be on your show. I'm glad that the murders have boosted your ratings. There's nothing wrong with blood money, is there, Mr. Jameson?
Well, I can tell this is going to be quite the interview. I don't make a single dime off any murder. I cover the news and people are hungry for it. So what's your name, mister?
Cletus Kasady. It's a name that will go down in the history books. So, remember it well, everyone.
Oh boy, buddy, I hate to break the news to you, but I think you might have delusions of grandeur. And what the hell kind of name is Cletus Kasady? It reminds me of Cletus from The Simpsons. Come to think of it, I see a slight resemblance.
Laugh it up, JJ. That's all I am to you, right? A joke. A poor janitor and loser off the dirty streets. That's all this whole thing is to you, huh? A big, fat joke. People suffer out there. People are neglected by society. People die every day. A serial killer's on the loose, but all you do is laugh all the way to the bank. You disgust me.
Oh, you're a feisty one, Mr. Simpson. Mr. Kasady. Instead of throwing you off my show like you deserve, I think the audience would enjoy a nice little debate between us about Carnage. Go ahead, Cletus. Show the world that you're not as dumb as you look. Who is Carnage and what does he want?
JJ, let me tell you something about serial killers. They aren't born. They're made. When you grow up with a rich dad that beats and molests you and mommy every day, when you get cast out in the streets by that same dad and can barely afford tuna cans to eat or a cheap cockroach-infested apartment to rent, when you clean crap every day because it's the only job that society thinks you're worthy of, when you hear voices and see things that no one else hears or sees but you can't afford medication to help, when every man and woman you've ever loved never returns your love, when punks on the street try to mug you for no goddamn reason, when the hookers you resort to only give you STDs, when UFOs in the sky make you paranoid about aliens taking over the world. Those are the kind of things that make a man become a serial killer. Those are the things that make a Carnage or a Jack the Ripper.
You sound like you're talking from experience. What skeletons do you have in your closet, pal? And that's the easy way out, Cletus. Just blame society. Only a cold-blooded killer and coward would resort to that. No, some people are just born evil. I've covered news my entire life, boy. Carnage is nothing special. He's the freak of the week, a loser, a nobody, somebody crying out for attention because he was born without empathy, born with a sick brain, explaining why daddy didn't love him. And to hear you try to blame the good people of New York for this monster hiding among us just sickens me.
You know, JJ, you remind me a lot of my father. And I hated my father. I think I've heard enough from you. You're just a rich prick who deserves what's coming to him, just like all of Carnage's victims.
All right, Cletus, you inbred, that's it. I've heard enough from you. Everyone has. Off my show before I call the police. You belong in a mental hospital. Maybe you and Carnage can share a cell.
How about a quick joke, JJ?
The only joke here is you. Take a hike, you psychopath.
You don't get the joke. That life is utterly meaningless, totally absurd, and madness is the only sane response. You want to know who I really am, JJ? You want me to give you what's been coming for you for a long time?
Call the police, Stan. Call the police.
You know what you get as your final news show, JJ? You get a news story that you fucking deserve.
Like Jonah Jameson, Cletus Kasady is dead. I am Carnage.